This is the Beacoland SMP, one of the best survival public servers in existence, with incredible builds, useful shops, and what is barely considered a base. My base, in fact. And today we're going to start the process of fixing that.
What's going on, guys? This is Batboy, and welcome back to Beacoland. I only have 10 hours to prepare for this mega build. And you can see the timer's already going because I've been having a hard time recording the intro. So what I need to accomplish in this episode is the digging out and gathering of all the materials for this build behind me. This is the Super Pizzaplex, which contains my Minecraft minigame 5 Tasks at Freddy's, along with 5 other minigames. And my goal for this episode is to gather all the materials and dig out the area needed for this game in survival Minecraft in 10 hours. This is a pretty big build with a lot of redstone. So I gotta get to work. And the first thing I'm gonna do is sleep. The first issue that I have here is this river here is just in the wrong place. And there's actually a pretty easy fix for this. And that is to simply just move the schematic up a few blocks. So let's go try that. And I think with it at this height, it should be fine for the start of the build, because I'm gonna be building this in phases, starting with the main game of 5 Tasks at Freddy's and then working on these other mini games like the one you see behind me there in the future. And this is going to be particularly challenging because frankly I don't remember how much of this is actually needing to be dug out. So I'm going to dig to the river and just hope for the best. Time to lock in and grind. 1 hour progress update. I have now completed a bit of a border. This part was already done over here, but I got this whole section dug out, and I also got this area. I had to clear out some water here, and now I'm just trying to get as much of this done as possible. Already filled up multiple shulker boxes with dirt and grass blocks, so this is proving to be a lot more blocks than I'm prepared to store, but hopefully it's not gonna be a problem. So far, not feeling very confident that I'll be able to finish this all before the 10 hours is up, but let's see what we can get done in hour 2. We are now at the 1.5 hour mark, and that means something special happens. We actually have a side quest that I'm aiming to complete that I have to check in on every hour and a half. And for that, we're gonna have to go all the way back to my original base. You can see I have some stasis chambers loading these chunks around this villager breeder here because this thing takes a very long time to actually produce villagers. And now we got to spend a good bit of time moving villagers in my villager trading hall. We are still on the clock, but this is something that I've been working on for literally weeks. Allow me to explain why. You see, on Beacoland, there is a maximum amount of villagers you can have in a villager trading hall, which is 30. And of course, you have to then put those trading halls a certain distance apart for server performance. And so to maximize all the villagers I can get, I have been making several trading halls full of maxed out 30 villagers, including this one that we're passing through here, which was stonemasons. Currently, I have around about 200 villagers, so I've gotten pretty used to playing with hitboxes on and getting these guys into these boxes. Now, the name of the game is to clear all the villagers out of the villager breeder because the server caps it at 10 that can be sitting in there and will automatically kill any extras. And so that's why every so often we have to come here and do this instead of working on our hole. So I'll give you another update after we move all the villagers. We are now at the 2 hour mark and things are looking a little rough. I'm just finished one of the trading halls and now we're moving on to weaponsmiths, and things are taking a lot longer than I would like. There's just so much to do and so many places to get to, and villagers are not a very fast process, so this is a bit tricky. So I'm hoping that in this hour I can get done these villagers and hopefully with enough time to get some more mining done, as I'm going to try to mine a chunk down to the level I want it at. Alrighty, we managed to move all of the villagers that are ready right now. This took us a very long time, so I don't think I'm going to take another break on this at the 3 hours like was originally planned. I'm going to only come back at the 4 hours We finished one trading hall with the shepherds getting completed, and we also did the vast majority of the weaponsmiths as you saw in this room here. I'm not even going to talk about this guy, he just grew up. He's going to get left there. So now it's time to go back to mining for the next 30 minutes and hope I can get somewhere by the 3-hour mark. We are now at the 3-hour update mark, and so far we've cleared a okay amount of space, but it is definitely not the amount of progress that I'd like to see for this long into the challenge. Of course, the villagers are going to cause us a little bit of a delay, but I did manage to start working on one of the chunks that I really need to get done, because there's an elevator that's going to be passing right down through this chunk here, and I'm going to take this chunk all the way down to the bottom where it needs to go so I can see how much we actually have to mine out. And it looks like we're lagging out. This is totally fine and normal. 4-hour update, and I am going to need a new strategy. I have been digging out a whole bunch of this dirt, and I finished digging out the chunk where the elevator goes down, and I think I'm going to have to do a new strategy where I just skip a whole bunch of layers, because this elevator goes down a ways. My plan is just to dig out some of these areas. You can see there's some wires and circuitry up there. I'm gonna find which layer I need to get to and just mine from there down to skip a little bit of that work. I will need to light it up eventually, but it will be much easier than having to dig out everything. But for now, I do need to go and do more villagers, and so I will return here shortly. Hour 5, halfway mark. Things aren't looking good. I am currently at the bottom of where the gameplay is going to be, and it is really rough that there are little bits of deep slate, because that means I can't just insta-mine everything. But I have been working on clearing out this sort of underground area. I'm keeping the ceiling really low because I plan on doing this in layers, but I have both of those corners dug out and tunnels to them. I do plan on extending Pizzaplex if I have time on the server, and if you guys are still interested, I could make it even bigger. But anyways, I wanted to be done with most of this if I could by the time, and this is not going to get dug out in the way that I thought it was. So I'm going to have to work very hard and finish these corners and get a perimeter underground, and then just start from the bottom up, and then sort of get that deep slate layer out of the way, and then get working on clearing out the actual area the redstone is needed in, because I don't need to clear out all of these blocks, I just need to clear out the area for the game to fit in. So let's get on to this. It is now the 6-hour mark and the fatigue is setting in. I did not make a ton of progress like I should have. I have discovered that there are a lot of underwater caves, and also I have the trial chamber here that I've had to work around. I also dug into this massive cave here, and oh wait, that's some diamond ore. This is good stuff. This goes for 8 diamonds in the shopping district. I'm taking this. Now that I'm done being distracted and I can actually get back to doing stuff, and by get going I mean see what this cave's all about. Who knows, there could be diamonds. There were no diamonds. And now you know how I lost like at least 30 minutes earlier doing this. I've also been using my silk touch pickaxe, and there's deep slate, and I know it's literally a crime to mine deep slate with a silk touch pickaxe, but I've been left with no choice. You can spare me your angry comments, because I myself am also upset. But my little distraction in the caves actually led to a decent amount of diamonds, as you can see here. And by this point, I should be going back to do villagers, but I really just need to get some mining done, and hopefully everything will be okay. My goal is to at least get the whole bottom layer done, and maybe the top layer. This is proving to be a whole lot of work, and there's a lot of these freaking underwater caves. I died, and now I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my stuff. Luckily, it looks like I have a couple ender pearls in here, and I should be able to do it. I sadly don't have any backup sets of armor or anything, but a couple pearls should do the trick. Okay, I died just down here. I know I'm past my 7-hour update. It's already 7:15. I was just trying to get a beacon installed before the end. Got it. Okay, we are all good. Everything's good. Nothing bad happened. My inventory is such a mess. But if we go ahead and head up here, I'm just going to quickly install this beacon. Literally just have to dig out the area. And I will have to dig down in the middle of this river, I believe. Yeah, it's gonna be at negative 412, which is this block here. And with any luck, digging straight down here will give us a new beacon to add haste, because I don't have full coverage. Now, how have I gone and done that? Okay, so I was 2 blocks off. This should be it this time. I feel it. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Freaking mobs ruining my build. That is actually criminal. Actually criminal. Luckily, I have a lot of iron blocks because I have access to a really good farm. Now, before anything bad happens, I'm adding the haste 2 on this beacon, and I'm going to keep lighting up this area. So what have I actually been working on then? Because clearly, I didn't finish installing that beacon in time, so what was I doing for all that time? Well, I was doing a whole lot of mining. Not getting distracted in the caves, just mining. Getting all these lights lit up and everything like that. I even got some more diamonds just because we're at a pretty okay level for that, but just trying to get everything cleared out on this level. Because if I get everything cleared out on this level, then I can ask for help a little easier. I already came up with the title of this video, and yeah, if you already know it, you already know it. Just leave me alone! But I did see a piece of good news, which was that in one of Mumbo's latest episodes, they updated to the Tiny Takeover update, and you can now craft deep slate into cobbled deep slate in a stone cutter, apparently. Which I don't think we have that update on the Ecoland server yet, which is what I'm playing on. But regardless, just knowing that that's coming is making this a lot nicer, because I have been mining out this whole thing with a Silk Touch pickaxe. And yes, I've been watching Mumbo Jumbo while I do my mining. I'm not just sitting here doing nothing. I'll see you in another 40 minutes when I hopefully get most of this bottom section cleared out. 8-hour mark has now hit, and we've done a whole lot more mining, but not as much as I'd like. We just have a whole lot more to go. At least double what I did in an hour, probably triple what I did in an hour, that I need to get done in the next 2 just to have a baseline enough to ask for help. Now, this is going to be very difficult, and I'm probably just gonna have to finish out a perimeter so I can then beg people to help me, because I need help very, very badly. No. The creeper literally blew up 2 of my blocks. It's so annoying. Well, we just hit the 9-hour mark. Let me just quickly repair this beacon. Alrighty, hour 9 complete. We've done a little bit more mining, but still have a large amount to go. I just finished setting up the 4th and final beacon, and it looks like I still have a pool of water I need to fill in. There's been a lot of those, but things are going okay. I'm getting some of the perimeter down. I had to go stop by the villagers and repair my pickaxe and get some more XP and all of that. And of course go to the shopping district and buy a 4th beacon so I can actually have full coverage of this area. And so now that that's finally done, this should be able to be okay for the last hour. There's still so much to do, but I think we can make a considerable dent in the next hour. I hopefully maybe even this whole layer can be cleared. I shouldn't have to go back for anything, so let's hope that happens. That is the 10-hour mark, and I went a little past it. I'm just trying to dry out some of these sponge in the nether real quick, and I can show you what we got done. So after 10 hours of work, we've done a little bit of digging on the surface before I then realized that this was pointless and I would just go below ground, and dug out this whole chunk, and then I've been digging this whole area out ever since. And I still haven't finished this, but I've made a lot of progress. The amount that we have left is probably only a couple hours worth just to finish this bottom layer, but I have so much more, and I mean so much more to go, and I desperately need help. This went really, really poorly. I really thought that surely in 10 hours I can make something happen, but clearly not. I still had to install 2 of the beacons in this time, and I had to go buy one of them, and I did a lot of work in the villager trading halls, getting some extra villagers. There's also just so much water. If we enable free cams, there's so many water caves I was dealing with. This is entirely a water cave. You can't really see it that well, but you see there's magma. It's entirely underwater, and I've been having to clear out and fill in these sorts of caves all over the place, and it's been the worst, and hence why I have sponge in my inventory. I mean, we've made some progress. I got some extra diamonds, and I'm definitely gonna ask for some help from people on the server, and anyone I can get, any of my friends. I'm gonna beg for help mining out this area, because I want to get this build ready and done as fast as possible, because I've got a lot more to do than just digging an area. I got tons of resources to gather and things to collect. I gotta build this pizzaplex, because this minigame is going to be really awesome, and I have so many different phases for it planned, and I just need to get this thing started ASAP. So I got to get to work. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another one. Bye.